Welcome back to this episode, this very special episode of the Pucking Rights podcast. We're your hosts. This is episode 44? No.
43.
I don't know why I put it.
43. 43.
Wait,
43? Is it 43?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what I have it in?
Yeah.
My notes as? Oh no, but I put episode 42 twice. That doesn't make sense. This should be episode 44.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. It's 44
Yeah.
then.
Episode 44. But yeah, it's draft week. It came up on us so suddenly. I'm ready for it though.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
But also, like, it hasn't hit me that it's so soon. Like,
I know. Me literally thinking like I planned my draft timer way too early after the Stanley Cup final, and then realizing like the draft is only like 2 weeks away.
oh my god. It's in like 4 days.
No, that's not okay. I don't have time to I haven't had time to collect up all the links like I did last year and make a post about it. Like, I would love to do that though, but I don't know if I'll have time. Yeah, we all made draft primers. That was great. That was so fun.
Yes.
Every single person's was different.
Q called mine too American.
It is too American. There are too many Americans in there.
There are more Canadians than Americans. I counted.
Yeah, but there were way too many Americans. I didn't have any Americans in mine.
I think I did 3.
2 of mine were Michigan commits, so they don't count. The American is canceled out by the fact that they're going to Michigan. So really, there's only 2.
Yeah, that's probably true, right? But at the same time, I'm did you really need to mention Logan Cooley? Did you really need to mention him?
I mean, probably not.
It's because we know you hate him so much.
Yeah. I knew you weren't gonna mention him, so I was someone's gotta mention him. Because they
mentioned him in the honorable mention.
Yeah, nobody
reads. Mortal enemy Logan Cooley.
Yeah, I have to make a point that he's good at hockey, because otherwise people are gonna see him go third and be like, who the heck is this guy?
Me literally bashing Logan Cooley on the live stream next week, which, by the way, we're gonna have a draft live stream, just so you guys know. On the 7th, we're gonna be there. I don't know if they announced the time.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Yeah, 7 ET. So we're all gonna be free then. We're all gonna do our classic draft party. It's gonna be so fun. We're gonna get so emotional about the boys.
And hopefully it doesn't last 3 hours this time.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Oh my god. I forgot about that. I forgot it lasted 3 hours. That was crazy. Why did it last that long?
I think they had tech issues. And also,
it's because
they started way later. They didn't start till 8.
That's true. And also, I feel every team, instead of... They gave every team 5 minutes to, draft their guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they wouldn't, it wasn't, I guess, automated, so, once they, make their decision and send in the pick, you still have to wait out the remainder of the
5
rest
minutes.
of the time after.
Yeah.
And so it was just basically filling time. But I don't think it's going to be 5 hours this time.
Yeah. It's in person this time, so I think they'll be good.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be an hour and a half.
Yeah, I hate that it's on a Thursday. Why is it on a Thursday?
Because I think NFL preseason starts on the Friday. Or something. Something really big and important that ESPN wants to promote more.
Well, they can have it on Saturday. Why is it not on Saturday at 7 p.m. ET?
Because free agency is on the 13th. Simply put,
the 13th is Wednesday, though. They can have it Saturday.
But no, you need that 5-day buffer time. So that you would have to move the agency back, which moves every night.
That's stupid.
I don't know why they're having it on Thursday, but you know what? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. We will definitely be putting promo stuff on our Instagram and online in other places. And yeah, hopefully you guys can join us. So to kick off this episode, we have like a couple of news items before we kind of get into like our mock draft and some of the other rankings. So really quickly, I just want to touch on the Hockey Canada case. We know that's ongoing. That cringe fest right now, and it really sucks.
They're losing so many sponsors though, which like they should obviously, but also it's like these are also World Junior sponsors.
Yeah,
and like that's what I'm worried about.
I think they're still going to continue with it. I think they have enough money. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
but I saw the 50-50 numbers from last year.
Yeah,
they definitely have enough money to continue it on just that alone.
Yeah,
but
and also I don't care if Hockey Canada loses any money. It's just World Juniors that I'm like slightly worried about.
I care about World Juniors. No, Hockey Canada is getting what they deserve. But you know what? I really wish you know, the NHL and corporations had this same attitude.
Yeah.
When it came to the Blackhawks case earlier this year.
Yeah.
And hopefully this sets a precedent for future cases. I'm looking at you, USA Hockey.
Yes.
I'm looking directly at you, USA Hockey.
The thing with this one especially is because this one hit federal level.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like the Blackhawks, I feel like with the Blackhawks, nobody outside of hockey really talked about it. So sponsors and like corps were like able to get away with just like sweeping it under the rug. But like with this one, they brought the government into it, which brought the public into it.
Yeah, because it's a publicly funded organization.
Yeah. So like they were forced to be held accountable.
Yeah. But regardless, I think like the attitude that the federal government and the sponsors are taking on this case should be the precedent for what
for everything
happens
else.
Going forward for similar cases. Especially USA Hockey. Once again, USA Hockey, who like Hockey Canada and USA Hockey are two sides of the same like messed up coin.
Yeah.
But USA Hockey sweeps us under the rug every single time. Yeah. And it's disgusting. But yeah, USA Hockey, like all the hockey federations, honestly, like they need to have checks and balances and all that. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what we wanted to quickly touch on. And then we have, taking a sharp right turn, we have some other like prospect updates. So you know what? The sun is shining, and so is Moritz. Moritz Seider wins the Calder. It's so beautiful. Trevor Zegras didn't win. He wore the ugliest freaking suit to the awards. Did you guys see it? Yeah. Did you guys see his suit? It was so bad. Ari, as a Ducks fan, please give your opinion on the suit. Like,
I didn't like it. I didn't even look at him once. Every time he came on the screen, I'm all like, I think I like just shut my phone off.
It was so bad.
It gave me the impression that he wasn't winning the Calder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but it was funny, you know?
Like, he didn't dress to impress.
Yes, Moritz dressed to impress. I loved the video of him reading the mean tweets, too.
Yes. Oh my god, that was so funny.
That was so funny. He was just like, got the Calder now. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I feel like Trevor didn't dress like he was gonna go on stage and accept an award.
Yeah.
Like, he dressed so... Why was it, like, bright green, too? Like...
I don't... I think he's trying to be bold, you know?
No.
And
he's trying to be a fashion icon, like Austin Matthews. You know, his idol.
Yeah.
Austin Matthews, who, by the way, won the Hart, but also has a receding hairline. Have you seen it?
Yeah, oh my god, that's so funny. I saw it on Twitter. Yeah.
I think he needs to like shave it off before it like just goes by itself.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like, it's so bad. It's hideous. It's probably like the worst. Like next year, we're gonna be seeing him at the awards again, and his hairline's gonna be like it's like up here already, and it's gonna be like back here by like half of his head by the time we see him again.
Karma.
Yeah, karma. True. Moving on to more prospects news. We have some stuff from the OHL. Hunter. I can't say his last name. You say it. Yeah, I know how to say it.
Brustowitz.
Yeah, from Michigan. Former Michigan Comet.
NTDP boy.
Decommits from Michigan to go sign pitch in the NHL. I just want to say wrong guy.
Yeah.
Wrong guy. Logan Cooley, London Knights energy, but like wrong guy. But you know what? Good for him if he wants to move on. Bad for Michigan, but
it's fine.
Michigan, no recover.
I'll be fine. We lost Feds and we were fine. Like.
Oh, I forgot that Bex was a Michigan Comet. God, that happened.
Yeah.
Him and Owen doing their bestie thing. Michigan would have been so fun.
Yeah, there's the picture of him with Nui and Jack Hughes. And
yeah, because they were all getting scouted by
Michigan
at the time.
And then Nui went to BC instead.
Rip.
And Jack was just like, fuck college hockey, I don't need it.
Exactly. And you know what? He was right.
He was right.
He was right. But yeah, that's basically like our college hockey news for the week. In terms of other CHL news, the CHL awards were handed out. We don't really have time to talk about all of them. You just need to know that a lot of the boys that we love got awards. Shane got the Top Prospects Award, the Kubota Top Prospect Award. By the way, he wore a shoelace belt to the award ceremony.
We don't talk about it. Logan,
because of course he did. It's Shane.
Yeah. And then Logan got Player of the Year.
I bet $10 that Shane wears a shoelace belt to the draft.
Oh my god. I need that. I need to see the internet just like rip him apart for it.
Yeah, and he'll just be smiling as always.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Shane's MO. But yeah, that's the Top Prospects Award. Garand won, I think, the goalie award. Stankoven won Best Player. Johnston won.
The trophy, Stankoven trophy is so funny. It's like one of those like 2-part trophies, right?
Yeah.
And the second part is like taller than him.
Well, it's way taller than him.
I know. It's
by the way,
so funny.
There's this photo of him, Shane, I think,
and Dylan,
Garand, and like one other person standing side by side to each other.
It's like this.
He's like so much shorter than Shane. Shane is 6 foot. Apparently, Stankoven's stats have him as 5'10". You're lying.
Who did they pay off for that?
Who did they bribe to get people to think Stankoven is 5'10"? Honestly, like, yeah. But those are the important ones. We'll link to the full list in the description of the video. And yeah, that's it for like the awards stuff. But the CHL season did wrap up at the end of last week, pretty much. And the podcast lives on.
You're like, oh, there's no way the Sea Dogs are going anywhere.
There's no way the Sea Dogs are even gonna make the final, guys. There's no way the Sea Dogs even get close.
They won.
The Sea Dogs won the Mem Cup.
It's fine though because Hamilton got further than the Oil Kings. So
the Oil Kings straight up just flopped.
I know.
I don't know how they did it.
It's fine. The Bulldogs also flopped at the beginning.
That's true.
But
I
then
feel bad for Shawinigan, Mav, and Xavier.
They were like crying and It was really sad.
It was bad. It was sad. A sad time for all of us with Mav being sad. But I will say that good for the Sea Dogs, I guess.
Yeah.
The podcast living on is so bad.
Just title the episode that.
I mean, we could also title it "The Sun is Shining," and so is Moritz.
Yes.
Yes, so is Moritz. Lots of great name ideas that we will discuss later. But yeah, Sea Dogs win the Mem Cup. Good for them. I don't know if they're ever gonna get back to that.
It's fine.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year. We'll see. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the entire CHL season. And so the CHL off season has finally started. And we have some trades to announce. Fred Lambert being the biggest one. What are we thinking? His rights got traded to the Thunderbirds, who made the WHL Cup final this year.
I think maybe because I think they're gonna lose a lot of guys after this year. So
maybe Kortinski will still be there. Gustafson. Yeah. I think it's more just Saskatoon is so bad that they know that Lambert's gonna want out.
Yeah.
Rip Saskatoon. Remember when they were good?
They were good? Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah,
they're probably just like he's never gonna come here. Might as well get something for it.
As if his family doesn't live in Saskatoon. That his uncles don't live in Saskatoon.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine. He probably would have been more likely to go to Saskatoon.
Yeah. But I mean,
but we'll see.
Who knows?
Seattle might be fun. I know, what's his face? What's his name? The guy from Minnesota. Chaz Lucius, yeah. He also has his rights in Seattle this year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Was it Seattle or Portland?
One of them.
I'm not sure.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that could be a stacked team if they all come.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, speaking of like guys who are leaving, we have like the Mem Cup All Stars. Mav.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys. Pretty much. No one from the Oil Kings. Are we shocked? No, of course not. That's gonna be sad when the Oil Kings have to rebuild next year.
I told you Hamilton was getting further than them.
The Oil Kings are gonna have to rebuild next year. It's gonna be a time. And you know what? Lots of teams are actually rebuilding.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird to see like how the rebuilding teams are like using the import draft in a way.
Yeah.
Because Jiricek was actually protected. His rights were protected in the import draft.
Yeah.
By Spokane, who have been rebuilding for like a couple of years.
Makes sense. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't want to lose Jiricek either.
True. But who knows if he comes over? That probably like it's more of a possibility of him coming over.
Yeah.
If we consider that. And yeah, the import draft had some drama. I finally learned how to say this guy's name. I finally learned how to do it. It's Miroshnichenko. Yeah.
Miroshnichenko?
Yeah, was drafted in the CHL import draft after the CHL banned
Russian players.
Drafting Russians and Belarusians.
So what I've seen is that because he'd already been drafted in the past.
Yeah.
That maybe that was why. But like I don't think it's not any like confirmed reasons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He'd already been drafted in the import draft before. He might get some like exception because I don't think other ones were drafted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of murky. I don't know. That QMJHL team is just wilding. Like honestly. They think that Miroshnichenko is going to come play for them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, trying their luck, I guess. It's like the Chicago Steel drafting Shade Wright in like the 16th round of the USA
I mean,
draft.
cause they don't need that pick anyways. Like, good for them, honestly. Like,
imagine if like the OHL hadn't played this year and we could have gotten Shane and Adam on the same line together.
Oh my, that would have been
died.
Yeah.
It would have been Connor and Adam together, but like better, because
because they like know each other, like training buddies.
They're I would don't talk to me about Toronto and like the weird connections people have. I actually got really mad at someone the other day because there was something with Owen and Jamie and Cole, and it was just like they don't get it. They don't get it. You don't get the intricate narratives that Toronto holds.
Oh
Hockey
god,
City.
Toronto is, yeah,
it's whack.
Yeah.
Remember how Jack Hughes and Brant Clark just know each other? Just
Yeah.
best friends?
Yeah. Although I recently found out that F1 is apparently worse, which is, yeah.
Of course it is. Any intricate hockey, like, sports community.
Any sport that is, like, full of rich white people.
That's true. I'm trying to think of the richest sport. What is it? Croquet. Whoever plays croquet like professionally probably knows everything else.
But like with F1, it's so expensive that they all just kind of like band together. Like there are 3 people on the grid. There are like 3 separate groups of like multiple people who like all grew up together. You've got like the Brits, you've got the French / the one Monegasque guy, and then you've got the Brits and the Monegasque guy who grew up together, and you've got this one guy, this one British guy and this one Australian guy who went to boarding school together. It's a mess.
Yeah. It's like Toronto's the hub, and then like the rest of them in terms of hockey just like are spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's yeah. What was it going on about? Before the import draft.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah. That's a thing. I don't think they're gonna get fined for it. I don't think Miroshnichenko is gonna come over here anyways. In NHL news, we have the Brock Faber trade. That's what I'm calling it, because it's not the Kevin Fiala trade.
No,
it's the Brock
Faber trade. It's the Brock homecoming trade.
Exactly. He was so excited.
I know. This born and raised in Minnesota kid, plays for the Gophers, and now he's gonna play for the Wild. Like
he's captain now too.
I know. I'm so proud of him.
We're so proud of
him.
We're not gonna even discuss the rest of the trade because it's not important.
Look, it's a fair trade
Brock
for both
is the
teams.
Only important one.
Yeah, Brock. To the Wild.
Yeah, did you see that photo of him and?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was going around. It's like Brock Faber and his future teammate, and I just wanted to.
I love him.
Yeah. We love Brock on this podcast. If you didn't know, like,
yeah,
honestly, screw Minnesota. All the homies hate Minnesota,
but
like,
Brock
is the one exception to that rule.
He's so like.
Or, Matty Nice. I'll give you Matty Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan Cooley? No. Although, Ari, I know I saw you the other day talking about Logan Cooley.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
And Cutter.
Yeah.
Logan and Cutter.
Cutter Gauthier. Yeah. And then finally, for like our last little piece of like NHL news, we have the Habs are looking for another top 10 pick.
We don't talk about it.
They are planning to trade Josh Anderson, who has how many years left on his contract?
I'm happy that they seem to be like really committing to this rebuild. Right? Because they never did in the past, right? Like back when like Bergevin was here, it was always, are they rebuilding? Are they not rebuilding? Who knows? They're rebuilding, but then they signed Price to a 10-year contract. What are they doing? Right now they really seem to be like committing, which I like, but The cost. At what cost?
I agree with you on that.
Petrie, I'll be fine to see go. Like, Hoffman
Everyone hates
as well. Like, Anderson, no, though. Like, Anderson.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be weird to see, like, I don't know, the Habs without Anderson. They just got him, but it feels like he's been like a Hab for.
Yeah. It was the same thing. It was the same vibe as like Tyler Toffoli, you know.
Mm-hmm. Rip Toffoli.
Ripped off.
But yeah, we'll see if that goes anywhere.
And
Apparently,
also, I don't want the Habs trading anyone from like their current draft pool as well. I'm also scared about that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I will say there has been rumblings that the Habs might trade their first overall pick.
Seen those.
To pick second overall. So swapping picks with New Jersey.
I've seen those rumblings. And
I hate that. I hate that for them.
I don't think they're gonna do it. I feel like we have those rumblings every year. I don't think they'll go.
No, I don't think they'll go for it either. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, even if like New Jersey is like dead set on Slavkovsky as their pick, I don't. By the way, I don't think they are.
No.
Like, no.
No.
You're basically just giving them Shane Wright.
Yeah.
Like, you're giving them the option to select him, at very least.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Like, we'd have to get something really good for that.
Yeah.
Like.
As in, like, yeah, one of their top prospects or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who that Devils have, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's an option that they're looking at. Imagine the outrage, though.
Oh my god.
We have Gary Bettman walks up to the podium in Montreal. We have a trade to announce.
Oh my god, the booing! I can imagine it already.
They're already gonna boo Bettman. They're gonna boo Bettman more.
Yeah.
If that happens.
The only thing I can see is like if they gave us Holtz and like.
Yeah. Depends.
Holtz and like one of like their core guys, like not core, but like their core prospect guys, like.
It'd have to be Mercer, Holtz.
Yeah.
Pick, probably.
Mercer, Holtz in the second, or something similar to that.
Pick, yeah.
Maybe a bit less.
It'd have to be really like.
But yeah, like that. I think that's the only way the Habs as a fan, like the fan base, will accept the trade. So
I feel like the Habs also have to dump salary somehow.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Like they'd have to dump. I don't know, Petrie.
Like yeah, like not. It's not a rush, but like also kind of soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because all their young guys need to be signed and stuff. And yeah.
I think it's happening. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's it for NHL news. We have some quick World Juniors news. So obviously the camp rosters have been announced for the U.S., Sweden, and Finland. So the U.S. is doing a joint camp for World Juniors 2022 and 23. Notable omissions from the list: Matt Beniers and Jake Sanderson.
But NHL.
Yeah.
So
I'm honestly okay. I have hope from what Dylan Guerin said about when World Juniors camp is for him. That everyone might be back.
Yeah.
Everyone but Cole Perfetti. Everyone but Cole Perfetti.
Yeah.
I don't know what his deal is right now at the moment. But I think Team Canada might have everyone back.
Yeah.
And looking at the list of, like, the USA roster, I don't know. I think you're going deep into next year in terms of, like, talent and stuff.
Yeah.
This might just be, like, a wash year. Because I think the only people who will be back are Matt, Nyes, and Luke.
Yeah.
Who have, and there will be no one who has experience from 2021.
Yeah, the U.S. is, yeah.
But hey, maybe Bordy will finally be there.
Maybe.
Bordy with like his third chance to go to World Juniors.
Oh my god. Maybe. Knock on wood.
Not even take
Yeah.
Because, like, apparently I've heard things like he's tired, he doesn't want to, like, leave Montreal for, like, too long during the off season. So, like, who knows what Bordy's doing.
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Obviously the Swedish roster is so good.
Oh, I love it.
I'm scared of the Swedes.
Yeah, but also it's Sweden, so like.
Yeah, because Olafson's back, X is back, Edvinson's back. Like, everyone pretty much is back.
And they have Wallstead and net still.
Yeah. And they added, like, a couple new names. Rosine's back. Like, they added, like,
Lysol's there. Yeah.
Lekirmaki's there.
Rosen is there.
New name. Yeah. The Swedes, man, they're gonna be good.
Yeah.
They're gonna be really good. And then the Finns have, like, a weird camp structure. What I can see, they're doing a, like, they have their team, and then they have, like, the opposing team. Like, an opposite team to, like, compete with.
They're doing it minor hockey tryout style.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. We'll see how it goes. But Chad Lambert is on the list this time. For real. Not because someone randomly got COVID, like, right before the tournament.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was crazy. Remember how someone, like how he wasn't on the list? How he wasn't on the team, and then someone got COVID, and then he was like, oh, I'm on the team now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was crazy. But yeah, that's it for World Juniors updates. Really quickly, I'm gonna read through some of the rankings that have come out in the past few weeks. I'm just gonna read through these. If you guys see any, like, anomalies, we'll point them out, but, like, I'm doing that to select that player. But yeah, these are just the rankings that we had kind of missed during our last episode. And Bob McKenzie's rankings. The catch-all, the face you make. Yeah, the the end-all be-all in terms of scouting reports. He hasn't missed on a first overall pick since 2009.
We can move on.
Let's move on. We are moving on first to Chris Peters' draft rankings. I'm just gonna read out the names. So first overall we have Logan Cooley, Shane Wright, Uri Slavkovsky, David Jiricek, Simon Nemec, Cutter Gauthier, Frank Nazar, Joaquin Kamel, Jonathan Lekiramaki, Matthew Savoy. Oh, damn! I got caught in the thing. I keep saying his name wrong. Matthew Savoy. Savoy? I don't think it matter. Man, we'll see. Danilo Yurov, Marco Kasper, Denton Matejchuk, Kevin Korchinski, Jagger Furcus, Isaac Howard, Pavel Minchikov, Rutger, Connor Geeky. I can't say his last name. Ivan Maroshenchenko, Lane Hudson, Ryan Chesley, Liam Ogren, Yuri Kulich, Brad Lambert, Jimmy Snuggerund, Leanne Bichel, Owen Pickering, Sam Renzel, Philip Masar, Luca Del Belbaluz, and Noah Ostlin, and that's the top 32. That's actually probably one of the most correct ones. I don't see anything out of the ordinary on that list. Lane Hudson
Furcus is a bit high compared to other things I've seen, but like...
Who, sorry?
Furcus.
Oh yeah, Furcus is a bit high. I would say... Who was the guy I was just talking about? Hudson. Hudson's probably not going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's a little high for him too, I think, in terms of ranking, but who knows? But yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Cooley number 1? Okay.
We
Chris Peters has been like a Logan Cooley truther since like the middle of the year.
yeah.
So I get it. His mid-season rankings make it make sense. Now we have the Dober prospects NHL draft. Their consolidated rankings. So first overall, we have Shaden Wright. Then we have Yuri Slafkovsky, Logan Cooley, Frank Nazar, Simon Nemec, David Juracek, Matt Savoie, Denton Matejchuk, Cutter Gauthier, Joaquin Kamel, Jonathan Lekaramaki, Danila Yurov, Pavel Minchikov, Liam Ogren, Kim Korchinski, Jagger Furcus, Noah Oslin, Marco Casper, Owen Pickering, Philip Masar, Callie Odelius, Owen Beck, Jimmy Snuggeroon, Isaac Howard, Ivan Miroshnichenko, Gleb Trikazov, Rutger McGroarty, Matthias Havlid, Ryan Chesley, Brad Lambert, Connor Geeky, and Yuri Kulik round out the top 32. Again, Furcus is kind of high.
Yeah.
Oslin and Ogren are kind of high too. I mean, who is Gleb Drizikov?
I don't know.
Who is that? Great name.
I've
Great
seen the
name.
name somewhere.
I've heard it too. I've heard it too, but I don't know very much about him.
But also
much
we've heard most names. So
yeah, we've heard like most of the top, like probably the top 64 names. Like we know the first 2 rounds. Matthias Havlid, I have heard this high. But he's probably not going to go that high. He's kind of small, 5'10". Yeah. Shocked Seamus Casey hasn't shown up.
yeah, Geeky's really low as well. But skating
He's really low. The top 10 though, like that, I think.
Yeah,
that's kind of
the
sad.
top 10 is pretty set, pretty good.
Matejchuk's a little high, I think.
Yeah.
Gautier's a little low. But otherwise, like the top 10 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, another one of like the really good draft rankings. Unlike someone we know named Craig. Craig is getting better.
It is getting better. A bit.
Marginally better. Okay, but now we have elite prospects.
I think Craig is getting better because more people are releasing their rankings. And he's like reading them,
true.
and he's like, oh.
Craig is always the first to release like his ranking.
Yeah,
Like
so
his rankings are always like the earliest to come out. So we'll see if any of it ends up being right, but he's getting better. I will admit that.
yes.
Now we have the elite prospects list. I trust elite prospects less than Scott Wheeler, but way more than Prodman.
Yeah.
Elite prospects is like my nice middle.
Yeah.
I think in terms of like my trust. Like
Yeah.
they're a nice medium to bounce off of. Like
Yeah.
I understand which guys I would personally rank higher, and which guys I would personally rank lower, but they're mostly, for the most part, correct.
Yeah.
So first overall, we have Shane Wright. We have David Chet, Bryce Lukowski, Logan Cooley, Frank Nazar, Simon Nemec, Pavel Minchikov, Denton Matejchuk, Matt Savoie, Kamel, Cutter Gauthier, Casper, Liam Ogren, Brad Lambert, Callie Odelius, Owen Pickering, Connor Geeky, Jonathan Lekaramaki, Kevin Korchinski, Jagger Furcus, Owen Beck, Gleb Trikazov, Danila Yurov, Dilly, Jimmy Snuggeroon, Nathan Gaucher, Matthias Havlid, Noah Ostland, Liam Bickel, Yuri Kulik, Ryan Chesley, Vladimir Grudinin, and Sam Renzo. I'd say again, Trikazov and Grudinin are shocks to me. I don't know who those people are. I don't. I maybe heard Trikazov before, like his name,
It rings a
Oh,
bell.
Beck is kind of high.
Yeah, Beck is high. Beck is high.
Beck is high. Gaucher is high. I guess I'd say Callie Odelius is also
Yeah,
pretty
I was
high.
just about to say that.
It's interesting that they have
Korchinski and Lakira Mack are lower than I've seen.
Yeah, I agree with that. Furcus is high. Minchikov and Matejchuk are after Nemec is a little bit odd.
Yeah.
Like, cause from what I've seen, like Juracek and Nemec are like in their own tier, and then below them is Minchikov and Matejchuk. So it's a little bit weird that they're.
Nazar is a bit high as well.
Yeah, I've seen some people say like Nazar's the next best player in the draft next to Shane Wright.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, I've seen.
He's played on the line with Logan Cooley all year.
He can skate and he's a skill player. So.
Yeah, he's a good skilled player. He can really skate.
He's such a good skater.
I don't know. I feel like I need to see more of him isolated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But his skating is wonderful.
Yeah. Unlike Rutgers, I was watching video for the mock draft today, and I physically cringed when I watched Rutgers skate.
Oh my god,
I watched him skate from the neutral zone into the offensive zone.
You know, that's how I found out about him at the World U18s a couple years ago. I was like, who is this guy? And what is he doing?
He's such a bad skater.
And that's how I was introduced to him.
That's how we all fell in love with Rutger, because he's a horrible skater.
Connor Geeky vibe. Connor Geeky Brent vibe.
Connor's a better skater than Rutger.
True, but
he's a better skater than Rutger.
Most people are better skaters than Rutger.
It's just his stride is so awful. If you compare it to the people who scouts were calling bad skaters last year, Brandt and Brennan, Rutgers is way worse.
I find it. I shouldn't say this is a bit mean, but I find it kind of funny.
Kind of funny, I will admit. It looks like he's leaning, about to fall over.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I shouldn't say this. This is really mean. He reminds me of Can Skaters.
I don't know what that means.
The Learn to Skate program in Canada.
Oh.
I'll volunteer to help out and stuff. That
he leans way too much forward.
That's what he reminds me of. Or you know what else he reminds me of? He reminds me of the Pee Wee players that used to skate before me on Sundays. That's what he reminds me of. I know. It's mean, but
I thought you liked Rutger.
I like him, but his skating is just really bad. It's very shaky, and he leans on his stick a lot, and it's he's very this when he's skating.
Yeah.
You know, which is very 13-year-old Pee Wee hockey player.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I thought he was your favorite, but clearly not.
He is! He's still my favorite.
Yeah. Alright.
I just really hate his skating. Other than that, he is still my favorite.
I feel like he's gonna be a good stand in front of the net and just tip pucks in.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be good at skating, but he's gonna stand in front of the net and tip pucks in for people. Yeah.
Nazar's the skater. Nazar's the skater on that team.
Yeah. But I want to see him more isolated.
Yeah.
As a center. I think
because the US, because they have Cooley and Rutger, he hasn't had that much time against top lines and stuff.
Yeah. I hope the Sabres don't draft him though. He doesn't give me vibes.
I don't see.
I don't like to have my hockey friends and school friends mixed. Please. Alright, what are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on
No, not really.
He's going to Michigan though, so
I mean, we do love every Michigan boy, sort of.
Sort of. Not every single one.
You guys know I'm a sucker for good skating, okay? Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, then we have Sam Cosentino's draft rankings that everyone made fun of, but low key I think they're okay.
yeah, they aren't that bad. They aren't as bad, especially compared to like his old ones.
The explanations are bad.
Yeah,
I'll say that. The explanations are really, really bad.
but we can ignore those.
Yeah, if we just take a look at the list itself, I'm okay with that. Let me just mute this. It's gonna play a video about Shane. I've already seen the Shane Wright feature, which by the way, I'm so upset they didn't do any more like Meet the Future features like Sportsnet. They only did Connor and Shane, and I'm like, could
Matt would have been so interesting though.
That would have been so fun. Him and the Doc brothers, which by the way, Olin keeps posting like videos of all of them training together, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah. I remember the first time he posted like last year or something, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. The fact that Olin is like high key best friends with Matt and Colton Doc is just like,
yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. Meanwhile, Kirby's just like, I have one best friend. Oh, Kirby. Kirby. But back on track. Let's get to Sam Cosentino's draft rankings. First overall, we have Shane Wright. Then Logan Cooley, Jurek Slafkovsky, Simon Nemec, David Juracek, Matt Savoie. Sorry, like the formatting is kind of weird. Cutter Gauthier, Marco Casper, Joaquin Kamel, Jonathan Lekaramaki, Connor Geeky, Isaac Howard, Kevin Korchinski, Frank Nazar, Danilo Yurov, Denton Matejchuk, Pavel Minchkov, James Snuggerand. That's what they call him by. James Snuggerand, not Jimmy. In the Sportsnet article. Yeah. Noah Ostland, Brad Lambert, Owen Pickering, Nathan Gaucher, Liam Ogren, Rutger McGrory, Ivan Miroshnichenko, Ryan Chesley, Noah Warren, and I think that rounds out. Oh, sorry, I missed a bunch of people because they didn't have. That's weird. I missed a bunch of people. I apologize. I was like, why was that such a short list? Sorry. So after Ogren at 23, we have Liam Bichelle at 24, then Rutger at 25, Luka Delbel-Baluz, Ivan Miroshnichenko, Jagger Furkis, Alexander Perevalov, okay, Yuri Kulik, Ryan Chesley, and then finally Noah Warren at 32. Any surprises?
Howard is high, I think.
Yeah, Howard is high. Howard above Nazar.
Yeah. Questionable.
Yeah.
Highly.
Debatable.
Questionable.
Delbel-Baluz above above Miroshnichenko was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think he's more of a second round pick, to be honest. Perevalov, I've heard the name, but don't know the player. And Warren's kind of high too.
Yeah.
At 32, kind of high. Low key, he leaned on Tristan Lenovo. Spicy takes, but yeah. Other than that, pretty good overall list, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, we've come to the one that you've all been waiting for. Craig, our best friend, our bestie.
Yes, we totally don't have an episode talking about how much we dislike him.
Absolutely not. I mean, how could that be possible, even? With, with everything. we really adore Craig.
Yeah, so
a draft
much.
analyst.
So
So
much.
much. But yeah, we'll read out his ranking and we'll let you decide for yourself. Shane Wright at number 1, Yuri Slavkovsky, Joaquin Kamel, Logan Cooley, Simon Nemec, David Yurchek, Cutter Gauthier, Jimmy Snuggerand, Jonathan Lekaramaki, Kevin Korchinski, Pavel Minchikov, Daniel Yurov, Owen Pickering, Yuri Kulik, Evan Miroshnichenko, Jagger Furkis, Marco Kasper, Liam Ogren, Matt Savoie, Reed Schaefer, Alexander Paravalov, David Goyette, Luca Del Belbaluz, Denton Matejchuk, Frank Nazar, Rutger McGrady, Callie Odelius, Matthias Havlad, Connor Geeky, Noah Ostlin, Lane Hudson, Isaac Howard.
Geeky is low, but we've already established that he doesn't like Connor.
Matt's low.
Yeah, that is. But we've already established that he doesn't like Connor and Matt. Like,
I don't know what they did to him.
me neither.
I don't know what they did to him. Fergus above Savoie shouldn't be a thing.
That should not be. Everyone above Savoie under Cutter or like the Kiramaki should not be a thing.
Yeah. That's no. Reed Schaefer is way high. Reed Schaefer is a projected second round pick.
Yeah. Paravalov is high.
Yeah, high. David Goyette is like a second round pick.
Yeah.
The fact that he has Del Belbaluz above love Luca, but like no. He has Matejchuk really low. Nazar is really low.
My favorite thing about this is how like the last sentence of the article is him calling this year's NTDP class one of the best he's ever seen, and then making Rutger and Frankie 25 and 26.
Howard below Hudson.
Yeah, that as well.
That's weird. Seamus Casey at 40. That's
so questionable.
Ryan Chesley at 45 too. Like so many of these are so questionable. Logan Morrison, a 2-time overager.
At 49?
At 49? Really? Are we confident?
He's been good this season, but like
above Danny Zilkin.
Yeah.
Better than Danny Zilkin.
Above Bichelle.
Nice.
Mezar is 59. Philip Mezar is 59.
This list is worse than I thought. The first round is like okay, and it gets completely chaotic.
It looks okay, and then you look at the people he left out, and like
you're like, oh, cool, all right.
Jack Hughes is 73rd.
That's so funny. 73rd, below who? Nick Moldenhauer.
Below so many people.
Nick Moldenhauer was like an anchor at U18.
Yeah. He just stood there.
Yeah. Below a goalie, below Tyler Brennan. The magic of Craig.
So I really want to know what goes through his brain sometimes, though. Like, honestly.
I want to know. I think I want to, like, interview Craig Button one day.
Yeah. I want to interview.
How do you formulate your scouting report?
Yeah, what is your reasoning behind ranking Frank Nazar so low? Why is Connor Geeky so low?
I just know also, like, why he always has one guy. Like,
yeah, why does he pick like one guy and just rolls with them?
Yeah. Who was it? Who was that? You well no, who was it at World Juniors 2021?
I think it was Owen.
No, World Juniors 2021.
Oh,
no, 2022.
Kirby? Or Dylan.
It was Dylan. Wasn't it? The workhorse from Whitehorse.
Yeah. So funny.
That's so funny. Logan Stankoven. Little
Ball of Fire.
World Juniors 2022. Did he have time to choose a guy?
I don't know. I probably would have been Owen. I feel like it would have been Owen.
Yeah, I think it would have been Owen. Okay. No.
Not
No,
Ken. No, definitely not Ken.
Not Ken. Definitely not Ken. Mason.
Oh yeah, no, Mason. Definitely.
100% Mason. At U18s this year, the team was so bad.
The team was so bad he couldn't pick one.
He couldn't pick one. Literally, he would just be like, yeah, Adam and Connor. That's all the broadcast for U18s was Adam and Connor, and Adam and Connor, and Adam and Connor. And these guys are all bad, but Adam and Connor.
Yeah, look at Adam and Connor. Look at the Spinorama pass.
I miss them. I miss them as a duo. So sad. So sad. But anyways, that's it for Craigslist. We'll link it below if you want to see the full ranking. And moving on, we're finally getting to the end-all be-all. Bob McKenzie's rankings. Oh, actually, before I get to this, Bob McKenzie hasn't been wrong about a first overall pick since 2009.
Yeah.
Craig Button hasn't been wrong about a first overall pick since 2014.
Yeah.
One of them is going to be wrong this year. Because Bob McKenzie, with his first overall pick, put Uri Slafkovsky as the number one overall pick for this year. Which, that makes me panic. That makes me panic so much.
Because it isn't even his opinion. This is
yeah.
The majority of scouts said Slafkovsky.
Of 10 scouts he polled, 10.
6 of them said...
They said Slafkovsky.
Yeah. It was close, which makes me feel a bit better, but
I don't know what changed. Because in May, remember his May rankings? I think 9 out of 10 said right.
Recency bias?
Is it because Wright played 0 games and Slafkovsky played 7 games from the start of May till now?
Yeah. Recency bias.
Way. But
they're gonna mark my words, somebody's gonna be Shane Wright didn't deliver during the playoffs. Or something along those lines. Somebody is going to say that.
I'm pretty sure they've already said it. Grant McKegg. Have you seen him going on rants online against Shane?
Who?
Exactly.
What's his name? I want to Google. I'm gonna Google.
Grant McKegg. So Grant, he doesn't think Shane will go top 2. But anyways, considering all this information, I still think Shane's going number 1. Montreal can take Slafkovsky to dinner at the Combine.
Yeah.
They took Wright and Cooley, and I think one more guy. But they didn't take Slafkovsky.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I'm
I
sorry,
feel like we're reading too
I know
much
you love
into
Uri,
it,
but
at the same time,
we know you love Uri, but we can't. No. Do you agree with that, Ari? Do you think we should go first overall?
No. I've thought about it a lot, and even though I love him a lot, I don't think he should go first.
Shane deserves it, you know?
Yes, he does. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god. If I have to watch Shane Wright get heartbroken on draft day, I'm gonna cry on live.
Oh my god.
You should.
We're gonna cry on the internet. Again.
Ari crying about X every other week for a month. Sorry, Ari. Crying about X has become a personality trait.
Yeah. I don't know how it happened, but here we are.
It happened because X.
Yeah, basically.
It's just him, you know. But yeah, Uriah is number 1, which I'm a little worried about. Shane is number 2 though.
Yeah.
Not worried about that. Logan Cooley at number 3. Simon Nemec at number 4. Number 5, Cutter Goche. Interesting. David Juracek at 6. Joaquin Kamel at 7. Jonathan Lekermaki at 8. Matt Savoy at 9. Marco Casper at 10. Then we have Kim Korchinski at 11. Pavel Minchikov at 12. Connor Geeky at 13. Neil Yurov at 14. Frank Nazar 15. Brad Lambert 16. Jimmy Snuggerand at 17. 18 is Yuri Kulik. 19, Ivan Miroshnichenko. 20, Isaac Howard. 21, Liam Ogren. 22, Noah Ostlund. 23, Owen Pickering. 24, Denton Matejchuk. 25, Ryan Chesley. 26, Leanne Bickel. 27, Rutger McGrady. 28, Nathan Gaucher. 29, Luca Del Belbaluz. 30, Philip Maysar. 31, Sam Renzel. And 32, Tristan Leno.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty happy with that. Gaucher and Del Belbaluz might be a little bit high.
It's fine. I have them high in my mock as well.
Yeah, I think they'll go in like that mid, like between the first and second
Yeah,
round kind of
they're
like
definitely
area.
like somewhere there. Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Hughes at 35. The Devils have a pick at 37.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious if they drafted Jack Hughes. No. Jack Hughes announcing the pick. On video. That'd be hilarious. With the 37th overall selection, the New Jersey Devils are proud to select Jack Hughes.
Okay, no, it's gonna be, and to announce our pick, Jack Hughes.
Hughes.
And then with the 30.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be so funny.
But I think Kent Hughes is probably going to take him at like 32.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what's happening.
Definitely.
I think the rest of the rankings are pretty good. Ty Nelson's a little
Yeah,
low.
Nelly's low. Seamus is low as well.
Casey's low, yeah.
What is it about? It's Seamus is his. I feel like Seamus is like the. Who's the guy from last year? It was, I forget his name, but like I feel like every year there's a guy that's like either ranked like really high or really low, and there's like no in between. I feel like Seamus is that guy this year.
I think so too. Yeah. Other than that, like I like the rankings a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really have a problem with any of them. I think, some guys are maybe a little bit low, a little bit high, but other than that, like, it is what it is, and I trust this. I don't think it's going to be exactly this on draft day, but I
trust it. Yeah.
Range. Yeah. Which is unfortunate that I trust it. Because we know what's happening at number 1 if we trust it. And finally, after Bob McKenzie's rankings, before we quickly get into our mock drafts, we're going to look at a couple other mock drafts from
NHL.com.
NHL.com. And we're looking at Corey Pronman's mock draft.
Oh, right. I forgot about him.
Yeah. He chose violence. So, in terms of the mock draft, at first overall, we have Shane Wright. Both analysts chose Shane Wright. Second, Uri Slafkovsky. At third, one analyst chose Nemec, one chose Cooley. I could see it going either way.
Yeah.
With the Kraken, one chose Juracek, one chose Nemec. At 5, Cooley, Juracek. Both agreed at 6 that Cutter Gauthier was going to go to the
Jackets.
Yeah. Which will be interesting to see. I would like that. The Senators.
See, also, Cutter gives off Blue Jacket vibes.
Yeah.
He gives off about to be best friends with Cole Sillinger vibes.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
They're going to go, like, golfing together.
Yeah.
Cole Sillinger, by the way. We haven't even mentioned the big news of the week. The reason Ari cut her bangs, like the way she did. Man shot and shot, and he got it.
Yeah.
We all aspire to be him.
It's the same vibe as Tom Holland and Zendaya. Except it's different because Tom Holland and Zendaya are like on the same like
level.
Yeah, this is not.
No, you're not on the same level.
No,
you're not on the same level.
If he did any other sport,
if he literally played any other sport,
but he plays hockey.
He didn't have weird AJHL connections.
Yeah.
I'm here waiting for the love songs era. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm waiting for when an album gets written about Cole.
Oh my god.
Because I think it's happening.
I'm waiting for all of her fans to become Blue Jacket fans.
See, this is the crazy thing. Like, only hockey Twitter is talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, none of our fans are talking about it, and I'm like,
because
they don't know who
they don't know who Silly is. I don't think I think they saw
perfect.
like
that's why.
I feel like they saw his jersey in the background. They're like,
who the heck is that?
They're like, oh,
we just assumed it was probably like some guy like her brother likes.
Yeah, or that she was just like, oh, like they were like she's from Canada, she's a hockey fan, probably just like a player she likes, you know. And I feel like
meanwhile, hockey Twitter is like
it's just a place
crazy about this.
It's
people are already talking about how she's gonna get a wag jacket.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm so ready. Look, she plays in Columbus on the 18th. The NHL better do some finagling to make sure Columbus has a home game. Or yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a home game. Because they're not playing at whatever their arena is called. They're not playing there. So look, I think they need to do that for Cole. I also think that Silly needs to make ASG, and she needs to be the musical guest star at ASG. That's perfect. That'd just be great. Yeah, but that's the big Silly news, guys. Back to Cutter Goche. Silly's future best friend. I can just see them like wanting to play golf together.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I want it to happen now.
Yeah,
I need that.
Now. Yeah. I also want Columbus to resign Nick Blankenberg.
Oh yeah.
At 7, both analysts decided that Joaquin Kamel was probably their pick. At 8, interestingly, they both have Jonathan Lekerimaki. I'm inclined to say it's gonna be one of Lekerimaki, one or Casper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a feeling. I have like a gut feeling that like Steve Yzerman just like wants someone big from the SHL.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Lekerimaki, but yeah. At 9 we have Matt Savoie. Both analysts agreed on that. Then for the Ducks we have Kevin Korchinski and Pavel Mintyukov. San Jose we have Pavel Mintyukov and Denton Mateychuk. For Columbus, for Casper. New York Islanders, Denton Mateychuk, Kevin Korchinski. For the Jets, Marco Casper, Ryan Chesley. That's interesting. For Vancouver, Ryan Chesley, Connor Geeky. For the Sabres at 16, they have Isaac Howard, or Liam Bical. Nashville, they have Owen Pickering or Rutger McGroarty. At 18, they have Lane Hudson, which is interesting, or Owen Pickering. For the Wild, from the Los Angeles Kings, because that was the pick that went to them in the Fiala trade, the favorite trade. My apologies. They said Jimmy Snuggerud or Philip Masar. At 20, Caps, probably Frank Nazar or Daniil Yurov. Pittsburgh, Yuri Kulik or Nathan Gaucher. The Ducks, Geeky or Howard. Blues, Nathan Gaucher or Ogren. Wild, Del Belbaluz or Snuggerud. The Leafs, Matthias Havlad or Owen Beck. The Canadians, Brad Lambert or Rieger Lorenz. Coyotes, David Goyette or Noah Warren. Sabres at 28, Tristan Leno or Frank Nazar. Edmonton Oilers, Jagger Firkus or Yuri Kulik. The Jets from the Rangers, Rutger McGroarty or Lucas Babaluz.
No.
31, Rieger.
Luke and Rugger are not allowed to go to the Jets. No.
Bang.
Sorry. Sorry.
At 31, we have Rieger Lorenz or Reed Schaefer for the Tampa Bay Lightning. In the Coyotes, they have Ty Nelson or Brad Lambert. Lambert falling to 32 is not happening.
No, not a chance.
No, not a chance. I mean,
not when the Islanders are right there.
Not when they're right there. And also, just quickly, in terms of mock drafts, before we get to our draft, that's so exciting. Corey Crawman. Shane at 4th.
Oh my god.
Below Juracek, Cooley, and Slafkovsky. Why?
What did Shane Wright do to him? That's all I want to know.
What vendetta does he have against Shane?
What did Shane do to him to deserve this?
He's too nice. He doesn't have that compete level. That's what I've heard people say. Have we learned nothing from Cale Makar?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's too nice, guys. Too nice.
You want to know who else is really nice? Connor McDavid was really nice when he was younger.
When he was younger. Now.
When he was before he was getting slashed every 5 minutes and it not being called.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. But he's too nice, you know? Like, I really just want someone with that compete level. You know? That built-in compete level. Not like you can't teach that or anything.
I don't know. People are stupid.
Yeah. I'm not even going to talk about the rest from his list because that, for me, really registered it as not. It's for clicks.
Yeah.
No way he's going 4th. If he goes 4th, I don't know what I'll do with myself with Matty Beniers and Shane Wright on the same team. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm sure the Kraken hopes he goes 4th.
Me too. I think the Kraken think that no. Anyways, time for our mock draft. We don't have cool music, but pretend that we're inserting cool music here.
Insert cool music.
Insert cool music for our mock draft. So how this is gonna go is we all prepared a list. We're all gonna say who we think is going to be drafted to that team. And then we'll discuss kind of why we think that way.
So this is gonna be funny because half the time we're gonna us be like, oh yeah, like he's not that good of a skater, blah blah blah, and then the other half are gonna be like the vibes.
Exactly. A lot of it's just gonna be like, I like him and I want him on my team.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. But yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So we're gonna go pretty much around and we're all gonna say a name. And then we'll kind of discuss why we think so. And yeah, that should make up the rest of our podcast. And then that'll be it. All right. So who wants to start with first overall, the Montreal Canadiens?
Not me.
All right. Do you want to start?
I could start. I didn't really put anyone. I just put I won't disclose it because, as you know, the pod curse is a real thing. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
So whoever wants to go next.
Okay, I'll go. With the first overall pick of the 2022 NHL Draft, les Canadiens de Montréal sont fiers de choisir Juraj Slafkovsky.
Insert the entire fan base in the arena like booing.
We're gonna be like that too.
Yeah.
We're gonna be booing.
It's gonna be the lady from when KK was drafted.
Yes.
It's gonna
Have
be
you
that.
seen that meme going around?
Yeah, it's gonna be that.
It's gonna be that. And you know what? I'm not here for it, but I'll explain my reasonings after you go.
I also put Slavkovsky.
Okay.
I think for the same reasons you did.
I guess I'll go with my reasoning first. I just said it's solely because I'm scared of the pod curse.
Yeah.
Like, watch this be the first time the pod curse doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's always happened though, so.
Yeah, it's always us being like, haha, the Sea Dogs. Imagine the Sea Dogs.
Imagine the Sea Dogs
winning
getting.
the cup.
Imagine the Sea Dogs winning a single game.
That was probably our worst take. One of our worst takes. But yeah, it's pretty much solely because I'm scared of the pod curse, and I don't think Bob McKenzie is like ever wrong.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I love Uri, really, really do, but like
Yeah.
he gives me like such big boomer bust energy. Like he gives me like Patrick Liney energy. Does that make sense?
Yes. No. I know what
He
you're
gives
coming.
me such Patrick Liney energy.
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's a big power forward who's like really good at everything. But like, unlike Liney, he's not like elite at anything. Like if you look at like the superlative list or like the best of list, like best hockey sense or best skating, like he never ranks in like the top 10 of any of those lists.
He's just very balanced. I think people would like
He's
that.
very balanced.
And also he scored a lot of goals at the Olympics.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think a lot of like this first overall discussion,
It's giving
scored a
Casey
lot at the
Middlestat
Olympics and
vibes.
World Championship.
Giving like Casey Middlestat like.
Yeah, it's giving a lot of Casey Middlestat vibes. But I'm just here to tell you right now, he shot really unsustainably at both those tournaments.
Yeah.
He shot, I think it's just a hair above 20% in terms of his shooting percentage. So that meant 1 in every 5 shot was going in, which isn't.
That's not happening.
And he only scored, He only had 10 points in Liga in 31 games. And if you look at, like, his other draft comparables, like, if you look at, like, Mikko Rantanen, or if you look at Jesse Puljujarvi, like, those types of players, they all had way more points in Liga than him. Like,
and Mikko took a long time to, like, really, like...
Yeah. I think Slavkovsky's gonna be a good player.
Yeah.
I
can definitely see the Mikko comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also will say though that he's gonna have to have some adjusting. Some adjustments. He's gonna have to lose weight. That's the big thing. I think he's 229, 230 pounds.
Yeah, and like I feel like the NHL is just so fast now, like
yeah. There aren't a lot of players who are at his height and his weight who are like successful NHL players.
Yeah.
Like you look at there's some exceptions, I think like Tom Wilson,
but
Alex
those
Ovechkin, but those are exceptions.
Yeah, and like that Wilson is an enforcer and Ovi is like same with like Weber.
Stands there and literally like does nothing. And
like they're just shooters. They just stand there and shoot the puck, which like it's important to be heavier and stronger when that's all you're doing, obviously. But like I feel like Slavkovsky, because he's aiming for like a balanced game, obviously.
Yeah, he wants to be a power forward, so like good at both ends of the ice.
Yeah,
everything. I just don't know if it's sustainable at like his current, like what he is physically at the moment. Like he has the mentality and size, but there are things he needs to do to become elite and to become. Yeah. I think he's gonna be a good NHL player. Obviously, love your eye, love his smile, his braces. Like if it was solely on vibes, I'd be like, yeah, sure, but like, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah. Okay, who do we have at number 2 to the New Jersey Devils?
I think we all.
Curious.
I put Uri.
Okay. Kat, you go first.
Shane.
David Jiricek.
Why? Explain yourself.
I have an explanation for this. Look, the Devils don't need another center. We don't know.
No,
They have
but-
Heisher. Oh wait, don't interrupt. They have Heisher and Hughes, and realistically, if they have to change, would be a third line center, probably projecting more to be a winger, a top winger that they just don't have space for in their current system. They have Holtz coming up. They have Mercer. Like it'd be nice to have the depth, but they don't have space for Shane, and that's probably just going to lead to tough negotiations in the future when he's an RFA and eventually when he's becoming a UFA. He's not going to develop properly to be like an impactful player for them to take him that high. Because he's not going to have the playing time, he's not going to have the opportunities to actually develop into like a stud NHL player. He just doesn't really fit their plans. And he's not going to be content with being like a bottom six winger or center or whatever. So like I'm considering that like forward wise they're already pretty deep. Like they wouldn't take anyone above Shane, I think, if they were a forward. I think like if by like the time like if Slafkovsky really goes first, I think the Devils either trade their pick or choose a defenseman to play with Luke Hughes. And I think from what I've heard, they like Juracek more than Nemec.
Okay, I put him second because the only reason I didn't put him first was because of the pod curse. So that's why he's second.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, do you have your reasoning why Uriah is second?
It's the same as Kat's.
Okay. Alright. Third, the Arizona Coyotes then.
I put Logan Cooley.
I also put Logan Cooley.
I put Shane. Because I don't, if Slafkovsky goes first, there's no way in hell Shane is getting past the Coyotes.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell. They need everything. He would be like the perfect center to like start their rebuild with. Like he can play. He's obviously played well with Gunther at U18s. The chemistry's there. I think that worst he's their 2C. At worst he's their 2C. Clayton's still there too. Clayton Keller, our beloved. Ari's beloved, mostly. But like he fits their plans long term. And he's probably gonna have to go back to junior another year. Like if the Coyotes select him. So that gives him another year to develop and become a better player and avoid playing in the Coyotes. Yeah, go to World Juniors. Avoid playing in the Coyotes' awful arena for another year at least. Yeah. Hopefully they don't ruin him like they ruined Dylan Strome. Shane's a better skater. So, yeah. What about you? You guys, Logan Cooley, explanations?
Because I didn't want to put Nemec or Juracek there.
Okay,
Yeah. I mean, it's
That's
Arizona. They're not that good. I had to put someone I didn't really care for.
Someone I didn't really care for.
He just has a nice face. That's all.
And he's just
I mean, he's good at hockey.
He has Coyotes vibes.
He does give the Coyotes vibes. But also, I will say, he doesn't have a nice face. You know who he looks like? He looks like Drew Crew from Despicable Me 3.
He does.
Yeah.
The blonde Drew? Yeah. But that's why he gives Coyotes vibes.
Yeah.
At 4, who do we have?
It's Simon Nemec. I didn't write explanations for mine.
I also put Nemec.
Okay, I put Cooley. I just think like Veneer's Cooley.
See, I'm thinking like they already have a forward. And they're really like they seem to be wanting to build through the draft. So my sense is they drafted a top center last year. This year they're gonna draft the top defenseman.
I agree with that. I can see Nemec here too. I just think that if Cooley falls out of the top 3, I don't see that there's a way that you can't take Cooley.
Yeah.
That would leave you with center depth for like years.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that there's a way that you could justify not choosing Cooley.
Yeah.
Just for Nemec. Because I think Nemec's a great defenseman, but I don't think he's like he's not necessarily maybe the best defensive piece to start your rebuild with. Does that make sense?
True. Yeah, I
He
could.
could-
Yeah.
I think he needs support. He would need someone else to come before him in terms of defensive prospects.
Fair enough.
All right, Ari, you don't have an explanation? Okay, number 5. What do we have?
I put David Yershek.
I also put David Yerchek.
All right. I did not put David Yerchek. I put Cutter Gauthier. Now, hear me out, okay? Does he not give such Broad Street Bullies vibes?
Yeah, but
He
Yeah.
plays heavy, big. The Flyers are looking for a center. They're looking for a center in this draft based on need. And I don't know, I feel like he just fits their vibe. He's also the kind of off-board pick I think I expect Philadelphia to make.
fair
Like,
enough.
remember that time they took Cam York instead of Cole Caulfield?
Remember? Yeah, but I feel like everyone did that.
Well, everyone did that, but like they were the pick right before Montreal.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you've seen the videos of Habs fans like praying for them to take York so that the Habs could get Caulfield. Like I don't know, but like there are so many videos. Like there's oh my god, yeah. It's a very Flyers thing to do.
it's a very Flyers thing to do. I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I put him because he's 6'3", and I think that's a Flyers thing to do.
Oh, Yurchak? Yeah.
Yeah, just draft him because
He's
he's
also like
big.
player available, right?
Yeah,
Best player available.
best player available, and he's tall. It's the Flyers.
But
So
here's the thing. I still have who? Nemec on my board? I think Nemec's better than Gauthier. But I don't think that the Flyers would be excited to draft Gauthier. Oh, like Nemec. Like
yeah, I don't see
they
the
have
Flyers
their
taking Nemec.
defense. They have their defense. Nemec doesn't really fit in with those plans.
No.
Do you also have your check, Ari?
Yeah.
Any explanation? All right. Okay. And number 6, the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Put Cutter.
I also put Cutter.
Okay. I put Simon Nemec. Best player available. BPA always works out. They also like shored up their prospect cover like a lot last draft at forward. And, like they did draft Corson, but obviously like because Wisco's like so bad, Corson's not gonna be around for like 30 years. So it gives them buffer room between I guess Werenski and Corson, and it gives them more depth there.
Yeah.
So I think they would probably choose Nemec. Yeah. All right. Number 7. What do we have at 7?
I put
I'm trying to think like the GMs would think. I'm trying to think of how like the GMs would think.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
Put Kamel.
I also put Kamel.
Y'all, you aren't thinking Pierre Dorian enough. You're not thinking number 10 overall pick Tyler Boucher enough.
Yeah, but
Guys, the Ottawa Senators are drafting Jimmy Snuggerud at 7.
No. If they do that, I will I will take the 45-minute drive from my house to wherever the fuck Pierre Dorian lives, I'm assuming in Canada, and no.
Thinking Pierre Dorian, Tyler Boucher, 10th overall pick enough, okay?
I don't care.
Chaos. They already said that the pick is available. But if they don't trade the pick, I think they're going chaotic. Snuggerud is big and mean, and he plays a heavy game. Think Tyler Boucher, but like slightly better, because Snuggerud at least projects to be like a bottom 6 player. Boucher,
See,
No. Who knows?
a lot
All
of
I'm
this
saying
is also me.
is that you're not thinking chaotic enough. You're not thinking Peter Jordan.
Yeah,
Anyways, that's
but
my case for Jimmy Snuggery.
no. I'm not putting that. I'm not manifesting that information into the air.
I'm manifesting it. I want to see it. I want to see it be chaotic and for Sens fans to suffer. Sorry, Kat.
See, I kind of want Sens fans to suffer, but like not that much. You know, I don't want them to suffer that much.
It'd be beautiful if Jimmy Snuggerud became an Ottawa Senator. I'm saying it now. I think Jimmy Snuggerud is becoming an Ottawa Senator if they don't trade their pick.
If he actually becomes a senator, I will come after you.
Sorry, I'm either really psychic or really cursed. But I don't know. I can see it in my mind. Jimmy Snuggerud. With the 7th overall pick, the Ottawa Senators are proud to select from the U.S. National Development Program. Jimmy Snuggerud.
No.
It's happening. All right. Number 8.
I put Lecker Mackey.
I also put Lakir Mackey.
I put Marco Casper.
Okay.
Explanations for Lecker Mackey?
He gives off Steve Eiserman vibes. Just
I
vibes.
get that. Yeah. I would say Casper also gives off Eiserman vibes.
True. They both give off Eiserman vibes.
Big, like, sorry. Well, no, Lecker Mackey's kind of small. But, like, Casper is, like, big. He's from the SHL. He's a center, which they need. Like, I think it's going to be one of, unless Eiserman decides to, like, draft, like, I don't know, Ryan Chesley or something.
Okay. I feel like if it's not them, you know who I think they're gonna go like one of the NTDP guys, like Snuggerud, Nazar, McGordy. Like, if it's not like your Mac or Casper,
Or someone we've never heard of before.
Yeah, or that. And then that guy's gonna win the Calder, and they're gonna read all the mean things we said about them.
Yeah, Mo. I never said mean things about
Me
Mo.
neither. Mainly because I was like 12. So.
I also trusted Eiserman to know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, that is Detroit. 9, the Buffalo Sabres.
I put Matt Savoie for
I
your
also
sake.
put Matt for your sake.
I also put Matt Savoie. It would be fun, like for the vibes.
Yeah.
I think the vibes will be great.
I also like that he is a center who can play wing, so that gives like the Sabres versatility in the future. And I think he would just work. He just has good chemistry with like the guys already on the Sabres. That's what I want at 9. But I'd be happy with like Lecker Mackey or Casper too. Like it's not like a deal. Like at the same time, if he doesn't go at 9, I don't know where else he would go.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like I don't know what other team would take the chance. Yeah. Anyways, 10. We have the Anaheim Ducks. Alright, why don't you start with this one?
I don't expect a lot from the Ducks at this point. Like, as long as they draft someone I know. So I picked Kevin Krasinski just because I know who he is.
I also put Korchinski.
I put Casper.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Casper. I would like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. I chose Korchinski because I don't know. I think it just makes sense. They're looking for a Jamie Drysdale partner. Sorry, Olin, rip Olin. But yeah, I think that makes sense in theory. Have Korchinski go. I think that's too high for Korchinski personally. But I think that's where he's going. What about you? What about your explanation for Casper?
I can't see him dropping below the top 10. So.
I agree with that. All right. At number 11, what do we have?
I put Connor Geeky because I really want him to come to a California team. So.
Okay.
I also put Connor. Hey,
I put John. Yeah,
go ahead. No, you go.
No, you go.
The can't skate thing is very San Jose. I don't know why. It just to me it's very San Jose.
Connor's a better skater.
Yes, he is, but
He's
still,
not Rutger level.
he's not bad. But like, it just he gives me San Jose vibes.
All right. At 11, I have Jonathan Leclerc. BPA, best player available. Also gives X a bestie. Like, I think those are the vibes San Jose needs. Because they have no idea whether or not they're rebuilding or the hell they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They're pulling a Montreal.
Yeah. They need the bestie vibes to, like, carry them. Alright. 12, Columbus Blue Jackets. What do we got?
I'm gonna mispronounce his name so bad, so like I put Pavel Minchikov.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I put Korchinski.
I have Joaquin Kamel.
I forgot you still had him on your board.
Yeah. My explanation: Jackets love their fins. They love their fins. Jarmo Kekalainen,
Yeah.
I think if he's there at 12, I think they're taking him. He's a good, big, skilled winger. That's what they kind of need to strengthen their forward group. You know, they already have a bunch of centers.
Yeah, okay. I put Korchinski because he's not chaotic, but he's a bit chaotic, you know? And I feel like that's Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus vibes.
Yeah.
I agree. What about you, Ari? Do you have a reasoning for Minty?
No. I don't have a reasoning for any of my picks.
Okay. Just vibe. Yeah. Alright. At 13. I think we might all have the same player at 13. Ari.
I put Marco Casper.
Oh.
Okay, I put Lambert.
I put Lambert. Yeah.
I was gonna put Lambert, but then I'm all like, I don't know.
I feel like it just matches. Like, Lou Lamoriello doesn't get told what to do by anyone, but also Lane Lambert is their new coach.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's also in the organization, like.
Yeah.
And he pretty much only got a contract because his uncle was working there. Sorry, Jimmy.
Sorry, Jimmy.
But it's the truth. I think Lambert.
Yeah.
Imagine Lane Lambert and Jimmy Lambert on the stage.
And also,
there to announce.
Lambert gives me Nepo Baby vibes. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It just, in general, like.
I could also see, I've heard rumblings of Lambert at 4 to Seattle, which is crazy.
Well, yeah, that's, I saw those.
I've heard rumblings.
I saw those, I was like, no.
But I think they're going to have Lane and Jimmy come out on stage and announce his name with the 13th overall pick. The New York Islanders are probably from the Pelicans of Liga. Or whatever league he's in now. Like,
whatever league
he got kicked out. He got booted out of Liga. Brad Lambert. I think that's what's going to happen. All right. Then at 14, who do we have?
I put Denton Matejchuk.
Joyce.
I put Mintyukov.
Okay. I put Geeky. I think it makes sense. They're gonna have this big. I love imagining like draft scenarios in my head. They're gonna have like this big video of like Connor when he was like a kid and like growing up watching the Jets and like all that, and they're gonna announce with the 14th overall pick, Winnipeg Jets are proud to select from Strathclair, Manitoba, Connor Geeky. And it'll be perfect. It's just vibes. Plus, the Jets need setters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Okay. And then Vancouver.
Put Isaac Howard. I'm sort of in an Isaac Howard phase, so.
Ari.
Whoa.
Ari.
Ari. Stop being in love with the NTD people.
I can't. I know. I don't know what it is.
It's because you're American.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
I put
not caring
Matejka.
for America.
I know. I'm still gonna cheer for the U.S. I mean, for Team Canada, not the U.S.
Yeah, sorry, Kat. What were you saying?
I put Matejka.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. No explanation for that.
No, just
No.
I just see him
Sucks.
going there.
I put Frank Nazar. I just see a fit in terms of skill and speed. I think he could be like another like Brock Besser kind of thing, like a sleeper. And I feel like it just matches with what the Canucks are trying to do. By the way, from 16 on, just like it's vibes. Pretty much.
Yeah.
From 16 onward, it's just like vibes, and I looked at like the list of what they might need. Teams might need. But yeah, 16. Ari, is this the last one on your list?
Yeah, I put Rutger because it was my last one. I had to finish it with a bang, you know?
Yeah. I also put Rutger.
I put Nazar.
Okay. I can see both. He chose Rutger because I just think he oozes vibes. He oozes.
Yeah.
I want to be a Buffalo Saber. Like,
yeah.
He
Okay.
oozes. I want to be here energy. And I think Kevin Adams really likes it. So I think that they're gonna end up taking Rutger. And he's also a Michigan Comet, so like the Sabres development staff, like they really know that team. Clearly,
They like their Michigan guys.
Yeah,
Nazar is also a
guys.
Michigan commit, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want him. He doesn't have vibes. Cat.
Oh my god.
He doesn't have like Dylan Cousins insane. Like we need to get ourselves a Stanley Cup. We can compete with any team in the league kind of vibes.
Fair enough.
So I like Rutger there for the Sabres. And I think the Sabres really like Rutger too.
Yeah.
They were like following him around at the combine, apparently. So things are good. There. 17, Nashville Predators.
I put Yurov.
Okay. I put Matejchuk. Just based on need, he should go within this range, and Nashville gets a good.
I don't care about Nashville. I don't know anything about Nashville. I also don't know anything about Yurov. They go together.
Perfect. Dallas Stars. At 18, I put Minchikov.
I put
What did you put?
Ogren.
Okay. I put Minchikov because like same as now, like based on need. Dallas needs the right hand D Minchikov more. They're pretty similar players. Matejchuk and Minchikov, like, are honestly probably going to go back to back. Like, you're checking now. That's what my prediction is. Yeah.
For Minnesota, I put Rucker.
I put Isaac Howard.
I put Rucker because it's the only team, like, in the range that I, like, kind of want him to go to. So.
Wow.
That's the only reason.
I put Howard because he's like a good high scoring winger. Obviously, like I think they like him because he's a Minnesota Duluth Comet.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to like keep their eyes on him at all times.
Yeah.
And like he's definitely gonna sign a deal, so it's a very safe pick for the Wild, and he's a pretty good player. Okay. All right, 20.
I
What
put
are we thinking?
Pichel because it just gives Caps vibes. I don't know why.
Big guy.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that, but I put Owen Pickering. They need everything. Pickering's like the best defenseman available after Minchikov and Matejchuk. They need like pretty much everything. So they have like decent middle six prospects with like Lapierre and McMichael. So I think it'd be good for them to like pick a D-man and start showing that when John Wilson regresses. All right, 21.
I put Coolidge because I feel like the Penguins are gonna do something weird.
Yeah, I agree with you. And on that something weird, I have this conspiracy theory that the Pittsburgh Penguins are gonna choose Danila Yurov. First of all, he's Russian. You know who else is Russian? Evgeny Malkin. Evgeny Malkin, whose contract ends at the end of this year. And from what we've heard, his contract negotiations aren't close. So why not choose another Russian to replace Evgeny Malkin? They played for the same KHL team when they were younger. Mark something, Middler. And it'll be like Malkin is like always with them. Okay? Like, it's also a good draft steal for the Penguins. Yurov, like, if not for his nationality, he has good top 10 talent, which the Penguins are really good at drafting for some reason. Somehow. And you know what? They already know how to get a Russian prospect from Middler out of the KHL. So, and it'll be easy for them. They just need to get him out.
Yeah.
And I think they will. And I think Yurov is going to Pittsburgh. That's what I think.
Okay.
All right.
I put Howard for the Ducks.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't like that makes sense. Ari, what do you think? Isaac Howard to the Ducks?
I would like that a lot. Actually, you give it to me. I will enjoy it. I will.
Who's the guy from the NTDP that recently signed with the Ducks?
Blake McLaughlin? Is that him?
No.
Minnesota?
Oh, what's the other?
Drew.
Yeah.
Helly! Helly was a Eagle.
Yeah, the BC guy, right?
Yeah.
Drew, what's his name?
Helson.
Drew.
Wilson.
What?
Helson.
Oh, Hellison, yeah.
Yeah, he was Avs prospect, and then they traded him.
And he was an Avs prospect. I feel like Drew Hellison and Isaac Howard give the same vibes.
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah.
They don't.
I can.
No, they don't.
They kind of give the same vibes.
They don't.
Kat, you're in denial, I think. But yeah. Any reasoning for that?
But
He just feels like a Duck?
yeah.
I agree with that. I put Ostland. Like, the Ducks need like a really good high scoring winger. They have Zegras and McTavish like down the middle already. But like they could also choose Liam Ogren in the slot, like the other guy from Desjardins.
Yeah.
But Ogren is like flexible on center wing, gives the position flexibility. So I think that's what they'll end up taking.
I put Chesley to the Blues.
Ooh, I don't like that. Why all of your picks make sense? Is it because they're like vibes?
Yeah, vibes and just like okay, so how I did it was I looked at the projections and then I just looked like where do I think they would fit in? And then that's how I did it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've chose Liam Bichel. They need defensemen. He's the next best option after Pickering, Minchkov, and Matejchuk are gone, and like he's big and mean.
Okay.
That screams St. Louis Blue to me. All right, 24.
I put Snuggerud.
I don't feel like Jimmy Snuggerud gives such Ottawa Senators. Like, is that just me?
I think so.
He gives big Ottawa Senators vibes.
I think so.
But yeah, for this one I chose Ivan Marasenchenko. I think the Wild are gonna just take a risk with their second pick. They have their first pick; they're gonna make a logical choice there, but like with their second pick, I think they're just
Okay.
Wild. No pun intended. All right, 25. Toronto Maple Leafs.
I put Pickering.
Okay, makes sense. Pickering. That's a little low for Pickering.
I know, but I didn't know where else to fit him in. So.
I put Luca Del Bubbles. Hometown boy. The Leafs really like him. They took him out to dinner. Like, I think
I was gonna put Luca there, and then I saw who had the 26th pick, and I was like, the Habs. Luca's going to the Habs because I said so.
at 26?
Yeah,
Because you said so, and that's your explanation.
because I said so. This is
Alright.
purely me projecting.
Oh, I was just gonna say about the Leafs. I could see them trading down
Yeah,
for more picks. Because they could honestly get Luca after where they are at 25.
yeah, they could.
So depending on like what they see, I think might trade. They're probably like one of the more likely ones to trade down.
Yeah.
26, Montreal Canadiens from the Calgary Flames. Again, you're not thinking Montreal Canadiens enough. What do the Montreal Canadiens like?
Except I don't
in the
know
first
because
round.
they have new management, and the management seems normal, but I don't know how normal. So I just
What do the Montreal Canadiens need? Every draft, regardless of skill, like size,
center,
you know,
which is why they're
ranking.
taking.
What do they need? What do they need?
Okay,
What do they do every draft, regardless of skill, size, like ranking, anything? What do they do every draft without fail in the first round?
something stupid.
They draft a guy with a French name,
Huh.
which is why the Montreal Canadiens are drafting Nathan Gaucher at 26.
No, I refuse.
You hate it because it makes sense.
And because it. Why can't they take Tristan?
No, because, okay, I'll explain why they can't take Tristan. I'll explain. They don't need defensive prospects. The Montreal Canadiens need centers. They need people who will probably project into Silver winners in the future because they have no forward depth. And they're pretty okay on the back end with Romanov, Gouli, Barron, etc. And so I think they're gonna pick Gaucher. I really do. He plays in the QMJHL, Quebec Rampart. He can easily slot in to be like a third, fourth line center.
I say no.
He plays a hard, gritty game. But he can also score. He recently won the QMJHL Best Prospect Award. So like it just makes sense from the Montreal Canadiens to do that.
But I don't want it. I don't want it, so I'm not. So it's
You-
not happening.
You're in denial because it makes sense.
I want Luca to the Habs, please.
You're in denial because it makes sense.
Whatever. We can move on.
You're in denial because it makes so much sense. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm planting a flag in the ground. The Iowa Senators are gonna pick Jimmy Snicker number 7. And the Montreal Canadiens are picking Nathan Gaucher at 26.
Look.
And the Penguins are picking your offense.
You know what? As long as the Habs don't pick another sex offender, I'll be happy.
I think that it's so perfectly. They're gonna select a great pick with the first overall pick to like give the fans hope that things are finally changing, and then later in the draft they're gonna sink that hope again. They're gonna sink that hope again because they're gonna do the same thing that they've always done.
But also,
And
it's new management,
you-
and they aren't Frenchy. They don't have a Frenchy management. No, they
Marty St. Louis, Vinny LeCavalier.
Marty St. Louis and Kent Hughes, both of their sons are American.
Which is why, with the 26th overall pick, the Montreal Canadiens are proud to select from Northeastern University, Jack Hughes.
Yeah. Okay, we can.
No, probably at 33. Probably at 33.
Yeah.
But at 26, they're selecting Nathan Gaucher. I will put money on this. I'll do it. Alright, I think so. 27, Arizona Coyotes.
I put Furcus.
He does get. See, I was going to put Fergus here too, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, he has too many vibes for Arizona.
Okay, see,
Too many vibes for the Yotes.
for me, it's out of the next three people I have behind him, he's the one I care the less about.
The least about. That's true.
So that's my reasoning.
Okay.
Like, out of all of
Valid.
the people around this range, he's the one I care the least about.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. At 27, I put Yuri Kulik. I think if he really falls that far, Arizona's gonna pick him up, like snatch him up like this. Like, he's a really, really good player, and they need everything again. So like, it'll be good with the guys they have so far, and it'd be like a steal for them at 27.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, 28, the Buffalo Sabres.
Seamus Casey.
Did you know they didn't interview him at the draft?
I know.
They're not gonna choose him, Kat.
I don't care. I didn't know. I put him anyways.
With the 28th overall selection in the 2022 NHL entry draft, the Buffalo Sabres are proud to select from Les Olympiques de Gatineau, Tristan Luneau.
I can see that.
He fits. He fits the vibes. I can see it in your head that you know he fits the vibes. He is a good two-way defenseman that has like room to grow his offensive game. He's a very safe pick at 28. He was really good defensively this year. He was pretty okay offensively. He's a good skater, minus the fact that he had knee surgery. That kind of ruined things for him a little bit, but he's a really good player. I can see him playing next to Owen Power. I can see it in my head. I'm manifesting so hard I can see it in my head that he's gonna play next to Owen Power one day. So that's
Okay.
That's my thing. God, please, I hope the pod curse doesn't do this to me. Doesn't like ruin things for me. Okay, that's all. I love Tristan.
Okay, 29. I put Mezar.
29. I put Leon Ogren. Best player available.
Yeah.
That's my only explanation. At 30.
I put Leno.
The Jets?
Well, the other options are Tampa and Arizona.
Okay, but he doesn't fit.
I don't care.
Fit.
I don't care. He
Jets.
cannot go to Tampa and he cannot go to Arizona, which means he is going to Winnipeg.
What if he just went to Montreal at 33?
Yeah, I would like that. That would be fine. I would be fine with that.
I have Chesley at 30 for the Jets. I see it. He's a pretty like good defenseman. He's pretty good. He's offensive. The defense may not be there entirely with Chesley. But you know what? We can learn. He also goes to Minnesota. Yeah. So it's gonna be easy to keep like an eye on him there. And they already have like with Geeky, like they already have a bunch of forwards, so they need to shore up on like defense a little bit. And he's the best player available, I think.
Yeah.
At that point.
The 31, I put Miroshnichenko.
Okay. I put Owen back.
Okay. I think because Tampa is still so good, I think they're gonna take a risk with this one.
Yeah. And also, like, they can be patient with him.
Yeah.
If he needs like a few years, he can take his few years.
Yeah.
With Tampa. Yeah. I chose Owen back. Just for Lauren. I also think he has like good upside to be like a good center one day.
Okay.
In the NHL.
Yeah.
But like again, it's just upside.
Okay,
and finally, our last pick at 32, the Arizona Coyotes.
I put Gaucher.
I put Ty Nelson.
Okay, well, Gaucher best player available, so.
Yeah. I originally had Salamonson going to Arizona, but when I thought about it, I was like, Ty Nelson is just chaotic enough for Arizona.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, he has vibes, but he's also so chaotic that it would make sense for Arizona to take him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like he'll mesh well with the guys they've already drafted.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll have enough vibes to make the Oaks fans more interested in the team again. All right. Ari, do you have any thoughts about our second half of the draft? Which picks did you like most?
I think just the ones that showed the most vibes, you know? Those were amazing.
You mean you didn't like me predicting Nathan Gaucher to the Montreal Canadiens? Because I thought that was brilliant.
I mean, your theory was, I believe your theory. We're just gonna have to wait and see if it comes true.
See, I am like either completely psychic or completely cursed.
I mean,
I still stand by my word that if the Sens draft Snuggerud, I am breaking into Pierre Jordan's house. Not actually. For legal reasons, I'm not actually going to, but like figuratively.
All I'm gonna say is I was right from the beginning about Cole Sillinger. I tracked that thing for like a year, and no one else cared about it except for me, and it actually happened. So I think Jimmy Snugger is going for 7th overall. I almost said 1st overall.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the Habs did that?
Yeah, the choisir de programme national.
Du programme national de. I feel like you would say it in English. You would say,
yeah.
On est fiers de choisir du NTDP Jimmy Snuggerud. Boo!
Everyone would be like, what the heck is going on?
All of us would be like, what the heck?
It'd be hilarious though.
It'd be so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree that maybe he's not going to go 7, but I really want him to go 7 for the chaos. I see it in my head. He's not going to go 7. I see it in my head. We don't make the traditional pick ever. Remember that time they chose Jake Sanderson ahead of Jamie Drysdale? And everyone freaked out?
Yeah. I did not. The wonderful North Dakota stand inside me did it. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. But alright, we'll see how our predictions match up. We might have to make a spreadsheet with all of our predictions and post it online, or like a graphic. Ari, do you have time to make a graphic for our predictions?
I'll see. I mean, you guys can send me your ideas and I'll try to make something.
Yeah. Alright. That's the end of this episode. Next episode, we will have our draft coverage for you. Our next episode will be in 2 weeks, but of course we have the draft live stream, so you will get to see our live reactions to everything that goes on in this chaotic draft.
Hopefully it's better than last year.
Yeah. On July 7th at 7 p.m.
Eastern.
777. That's weird. But
yeah,
we will be posting some stuff for that within the next few days on our Instagram. And yeah, then we will also get into World Juniors because that's coming right up to the draft. And we will definitely be talking about prospect tournaments because those are happening, and this off season has been so short. But yeah, all right, that's it for us this week. So we will see you.